Good morning everybody, welcome to Peter's Autoblog. My name is Pedro. In today's video I get to drive this really nice 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. This is a Big Bend model, basically the second tier from the bottom, from the base model. This one's done in a really nice iconic silver metallic, which is really nice color. Kind of complements the darker shade 17-inch wheels. Been a Big Bend model, obviously, you know, doesn't have a ton of features on it, but I'm kind of glad to get my hands on one because these things, as soon as they hit the lot, and usually these are on order, sometimes they come 2 or 3 and they're pretty much gone within the same day or 2 days. So luckily I got my hands on one this time. Gonna be my first time driving this Bronco Sport, which I really like it. If you pan around here in the back, obviously you got a lot of, you know, this is kind of an off-road type of vehicle. It is a 4x4. This one's here, it's got the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine on it, which is a turbocharged engine. Really nice. I like, of course, the way everything's kind of put together here. Of course, you got the you got the white Bronco logo here in the front. We do have some daytime running lights. We have the xenon lights and also some LED, xenon, or you have some LED headlights with the LED fog lights as well. So we got here a front spoiler. Kind of nice to look at to get this kind of similar to the regular Bronco. Of course, I did drive the bigger Bronco. This Bronco here is based off the Ford Escape's chassis, so it's not a true Ford Bronco like the regular one that I drove, the big one, you know, that's all brand new. But this one is based off the Escape chassis, but it's a very, you know, it's got compact size Bronco. I think everybody likes it. What's what it is. So as we put around on this side here, really nice. Has 17-inch tires on Continental all seasons. And really love the way this thing looks. Really nice. Ford did a good job of it. It's got a little more of a higher look to it. Here we got the Bronco Sport lettering on it here in white, which really complements the iconic silver metallic color. So really nice. I really like this Bronco. Of course, it's kind of drives similar to the Escape. I did drive already the Escape with the same engine. Obviously, this has got a little bit probably different suspension and tuning on it because of what it's designed for. But obviously, it's a very nice, cool vehicle. So here we got the key, guys. As you can see, whoops, excuse me. As you can see here, guys, this kind of regular Ford key here. This doesn't have a power tailgate, so you press it twice and it does open. So I see we got some nice LED tail lights here as well. Let's go ahead, guys, and open up this one here. We do have a backup camera here, as you can see. And not a bad room. Obviously, this being more of a tallish vehicle, it's got a more higher kind of storage availability. So these are the rubber floormats that come with a Big Bend model. And of course, we got also a rubber mat. This kind of cool pattern to that rubber mat here. There is a full-size spare tire. As you can see here, it's not letting me go in, but there is a spare tire in here, which is kind of rare to see, but there is at least one there. Here in the back, we got a 12-volt connection. We got some lights. We got some hooks here on the side, and we got also a light here for the back as well. And this also pretty cool. As you can see, there is also some lights here to light up the back. Obviously, if you're doing a little bit of camping, you can light these things and light some light to the bottom. So it's pretty nice. See, this one doesn't have any type of towing the hooks or anything like that, but this can tow about 2,000 pounds if you do have the trailer tow package to it. So but it's not a bad room, guys. Pretty nice. You can definitely put some storage here. It's about the same size of an Escape, so I don't think it's too bad of a model. So all right, guys, so we grab this handle here and we're gonna head and bring this back here. So, all right, guys, so let's take a quick look at this Bronco from this side. This one here is optional with the black ebony cloth interior. So you can get also leather with this, but this has got the cloth interior. As you can see here, it's a little bit tight in the back. Obviously, it's based out of the Escape. Doesn't have a ton of leg room, but it's a pretty nice interior. If you can see, I'll put around here a little bit. You can see the interior of this Bronco Sport. And of course, here we got in the middle, of course, you got some AC outlets. You at least have some connections for USB here, so you can charge some of the items for your back passengers. We got, of course, here your center armrest with your cup holders, which is really nice. This is done in a leather here in the middle, so it's really nice here. As you can see, there's a really cool pattern to the seats. I really like it. So, and of course, you can bring the seats down. That kind of split like an 80-20 kind of way, so you can definitely put them down for more storage. So really cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a quick test here of the little bit of space here in the back. This is my seat. I'm about 5'10", and I put the seat back where I can sit, but it is tight. As you can see, There is, my knees are up against the seat. It's still tolerable. I mean, it's not too bad, but it is a little tight, as you know, as you can see. So but it's not a bad interior, really nice. Got a nice white, you know, kind of cloth interior here in the top, really cool. So of course here you got your USB connections and your 2 AC outlets in the back. At least that gives you this. So not bad at all. Can raise the seat a little bit up, but not bad at all. I mean, still pretty comfortable. Plenty of headroom as well. So that definitely, that little hump in the top gives you a little more extra room, which is really nice for your back passenger. As you can see, there's a little more aluminum trim here in the back, surrounding the door handle. And of course we got your opening here. There's some more of drinks and stuff. Of course we got the dash here. As you can see, that little special, that kind of cool textured type of cloth in the dash, and all that's serious. So all right guys, checking out the front of this Bronco Sport here. Of course we got a really nice cloth type of material here that's really nice. Some aluminum trim here around the door handle, and of course you got, of course, your opening, your window controls here. And this is also, it's got a bit of leather here, and it's a little more hard to touch material, but it's not too bad at all. Of course you got a speaker here, and this one here, this got the regular stereo. I can see, if not, you'll see a Bang & Olufsen little emblem there. And of course we got some cup holders here. Of course you got the same seats here. These are really nice. I really like the seats. They're cloth, much better for Florida. And of course you got leather, which is much better, but here in this hot climate it's kind of tough. So here we got also the same type of a cloth material here on the part of the dashboard, which is really cool. I like the way they designed this. As you can see, they got closing, and really cool the way they designed the air outlets. Of course we got a glove box here, which is a pretty good sized room. Doesn't come down a lot, but of course you got a little bit of storage here on the side with some nets. And of course you got the interior here with the cup holders. So pretty much like a standard interior of an Escape, just a little bit different design of the dash, but pretty much the same type of layout as the Escape. Here we got your 8-inch screen here for your infotainment. Of course you got your little bit of a storage little cubicle there. So but it's a really nice interior. They put it a little more of a standard. This is not the highest level, but you know, really nice interior nonetheless. So all right guys, let's head out and take a look around this. There's the Big Bend badge here on the side. I like the wheels. The wheels are really nice. So they got on the side. These are 17-inch. You can get up to 18-inch wheels, depending on, of course, the model. And you can put, you know, all kinds of trims and all that. So you got a little bit of a design here. That's not functional type of side vent here. You got some kind of blacked out, and of course this has got, you can close it with this little touch of a button here. It's kind of like basically like a sensing key that senses you that you're close with the key. So really cool design. I really like this kind of blacked out thing here. Of course you got your roof rails here, really nice design. And as you can see, there's a little bit of hump here as well. It kind of gives you a little more room here in the back, so it's kind of really cool, really nice. It's very compact as well, because obviously this is Escape size, so not a ton of exterior luck. So all right guys, let's take a quick look at this little power plant here. So all right guys, checking out the power plant of this Bronco Sport here. So it doesn't have a huge thing. This is a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbo engine, EcoBoost engine, 181 horsepower, 190 pound-feet of torque, which is 3,000 RPM, which is pretty low in the power band. So it gives you a nice little torque. If you're going to do some serious off-roading, I would probably suggest doing the 2-liter EcoBoost, which gives you over, you know, more about 250 horsepower and about a little bit less torque, but that would be the engine to go with. This won't be that bad. Around town is a pretty good engine, so really fuel efficient. Gives you about 28 miles to the 26 city or 28 highway, somewhere around that area. I'll put those numbers up on the screen guys here. So but you know, it's a smaller power plant. I'm sure you can fit something larger here, but not bad at all for this power plant. So all right guys, that's it for this hood, and let's bring this up. All right guys, so get petting around here. Of course, at the driver's part of the Ford Bronco Sport, of course you got the same type of trim here in aluminum, of course, surrounding the door handle. Of course, your window controls here, of course, also for your mirrors, side mirrors, and of course you got the same cool design here as well. With the interior, you got a little bit of, looks like a little bit of air vent here. Of course, controls for your back latch door, of course your lights, and some extra lights here as well. Of course you got your turn signals here, and of course you got a bit of steering wheel. So guys, let's go in. Of course you got no power seats at all on this front. These are all manually adjustable seats. So you have the option of 6 power weight seats as well, but this doesn't have it. So but it's pretty cool interior nonetheless. So I love this interior as well. This feels really kind of rough, and looks like, you know, especially in dark, can be great because obviously we've had some I've had some experience with this former Escape that my wife has. That's a leather beige, and yeah, you don't want that. We want this kind of dark textured, and this feels really cool because it feels like it can take some ruggedness to it. So all right guys, let's head into the interior. All right guys, so here inside the driver's seat of this Bronco Sport, let's go ahead and let's see, I have the key here, so I'm going to put it down because obviously this is all modern Fords. We have the engine to stop, and let's get this girl going here and get some AC going because it's pretty hot. Even though it's still in the morning, it is hot here in Central Florida. This is cool. I really like this the design of the AC outlet. It's pretty nice. So let's go ahead guys and close this door. So we got the 1.5 liter. There's not much power. Oh, here you can hear a little bit of whistling noise. Oh yeah, a little bit of a blow-off valve whistling noise. That's pretty cool. Awesome sounding whistling noises. So all right guys, so let's put on our seatbelt because we're gonna take this girl out on a little bit of trip. So just adjusting my seat a little bit. This is our manual seating. So all right guys, so here inside the cockpit of this Ford Bronco, of course, here you got your it's a 8-inch screen. This is Sync 3. This is not the latest of sync systems, but I'm sure they're going to put that on in future models. So you got, of course, this doesn't have any navigation. This just has your basic Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You got your stations. Of course, you can do sources. You got Sirius F, all that kind of stuff. Phone connections, and of course, you can put some apps here as well. And we got, of course, your connection of sound. Of course, you can put up that bass up top a little bit. See how the sound system, a little bit of treble. So pretty cool settings, pretty intuitive, very quick to respond, and I really like it. So here, of course, you got the volume control, and let's go back to audio. Usual numbers of abs. And we'll test out this system in just a second. But obviously, you got your volume control. You got some extra. You got your hazards, and you got your automatic stop and start, if I'm correct. Which we deactivated, which is cool. I like that. Of course, here you got mute, you got some stations here, and your tune button. There's a little bit of storage room, which is here is pretty cool. Let me get my phone to show you. This is obviously my phone. You can put a phone here pretty easily. I don't think this is charging. This is not a charging pad at all. There is no, I don't see any wireless charging at all here. You probably can get those up with the other models, but this one doesn't have it. Of course, you got 2 USB connections here. You got a 12 volts, and but other than that, there's not much storage. Well, that's not bad of a storage. It's kind of the same similar storage as the Escape. Obviously, this is not an Escape. This is a nice little extra cubby hole you can put stuff. So here in the center console, we got pretty good storage here as well. It's pretty deep, and you got also a couple of USB connections here as well. That's the only thing I don't see a 12 volt, just a couple of USB connections. So that's pretty awesome. You can put some stuff there to charge. And of course, for the ladies, you got all kinds of storage here, because I am familiar with a 2016 Ford Escape that is a pretty low on storage, especially for ladies. So I'm glad they fixed this problem, because this is kind of similar to the Escape's interior, so very similar. So I'm glad they put a little bit of more room in this. So here we got a single stage, a single zone AC. Of course, you got your, and raise the fan speed here, and of course you control your temperature there. But other than that, the cockpit is really nice. I mean, the materials here on the dash are nice. This is kind of plasticky, but here you got that kind of textured cloth here that's what kind of feels like it's really nice. And of course here you got for your sunglasses, and of course you got the lights here, as you can see. And but it's not bad at all. I mean, you got mirrors here. Of course, this thing extend out. Yep, we can get this extended out. So pretty cool. I mean, this is obviously this kind of way different than the regular Bronco, because that's a much bigger vehicle, completely new platform. This is kind of, you know, a sport bottle of that, but based on the Escape chassis. So, but it's not bad. I mean, you can see the cockpit, you can see the hood pretty, it's got some humps here in the middle, so kind of the design of it. But interior here wise, it's got a really nice, obviously the really nice interior. It's got a really nice visibility on it. Everything's kind of low. There's no sunroof here or anything on this one. I don't think you can get a sunroof on these ones, but really nice interior. Of course, here in the middle you got your analog gauges, and there is a small, like a 4-inch screen here in the middle for your basic functions here. So as you can see, we got little bit of information, no device connected, phone. Of course, you got a driver assist here if you know this. This is also, of course, you got a digital speedometer and all kinds of other information, how many miles to empty and all that. There is, of course, you got, since this is a 4x4, of course, here you got your dial here for your gear selection, parking brake. your automatic assist here for when you stop this. First, here you got your modes for your off-road, which is this does have a true 4x4 system in it. So GO stands for go over any terrain. And of course here, if you can see, we're gonna have some drive modes. First we got normal, we got eco, we got sport, we got slippery, and we got sand. Now obviously this is being the second to best model. If you get the higher, you know, the other models, they have a little more of driving dynamics. You can get mud and you can get rock crawling in the upper models, which have a little more of advanced system on that, so a little more modes for off-road. But this is not bad at all. Obviously you can get that, I believe, a digital instrumentation, but here we got just a basic interior, so you got all your, this is not bad at all. This does not have some leather in it, but it's just kind of your base kind of plastic steering wheel, but it's not bad at all. Obviously for what you get, this is around the $32,000 price range. I see the price right there, say about 31. So for the price you get quite a bit of you know, SUV, especially the abilities of this Bronco Sport to go out off-road. So not bad at all, I believe so. But of course there's some more options, a little more of the engine. It all depends on your budget and what your purpose you want to do. So all right guys, let's get out and do a quick test drive of this girl. So I have driven this engine. This is a 1.5 liter, 181 horsepower, 190 pound-feet of torque, but obviously the torque is pretty low, so you're gonna feel it's got a nice torque in town. If you're gonna do some serious off-roading, obviously just go up to 2-liter Ecoboost engine, which will be a much better choice if you have some more power. Especially that's a pretty quick engine. I'm used to that engine because that engine is on my wife's 2016 Escape, and it's got some pretty good power. So this will definitely benefit that with, especially with the 4x4 system. So all right guys, let's go ahead and get out. We'll put this thing on drive. I don't think we have our brake on, just we took it off. Just press it down to take the brake off. And all right guys, and we're off. Let me just adjust my mirrors a little bit. We'll stop here. Let's do this check out real quick, since we got nobody behind, and let's check out the rear view camera. So guys, you can see here we got some trajectory lines. Let's back up this way so you can see we got a really cool, really nice trajectory lines here for this. So it's got a really nice camera. The camera quality is very good. Of course you can zoom in a little bit, and not much features out, but it's got a nice, obviously the industry gives you a nice view of the rear, and it's not bad at all. So kind of standard for your Ford, and so good backup camera, plenty of what it is. So all right guys, let's go ahead and get out, and we are in sport mode. So since we don't have any off-road terrain, unfortunately, this is a new vehicle. It's got basically, how many miles are on this girl? 9 miles on it, so it's a new vehicle. So all right guys, heading out in this 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. All right, yeah, I can tell this got a little bit of torque when you step on it a little bit. So all right guys, if you hear a little bit of noise, the rubber floor mats are in the back, so you might be a little bit let's check out, see if we can get some tunes in this radio here while we wait for traffic. This has got a standard 6-speaker system, so it's not bad at all. All right guys, so let's get going. And this Bronco Sport, so very smooth powertrain. It feels a little more smoother than in the Escape. I don't know, it's just a perception in me, but got really nice torque. You know, got up to 40-50 miles an hour pretty easily with just a quarter of a throttle. So that being this vehicle is a little more upright, I might expect to hear a little more wind noise out on the road, but it's still pretty quiet. We're doing about 60 miles an hour and it's quiet. So wow, it feels very good. Yeah, you can see the hood. You can definitely see the hood on this one. And all the Ford Escape is much more of a curved here down hood. So but let's check out the handling on this. No, it's not bad. This is obviously, it's got all season tires, so, and this is not as tall as a regular Bronco, so this kind of really feels kind of like just a slightly taller Escape. And the steering wheel feels pretty direct. I mean, if you see it, it goes pretty, it's got a good direct feel to it. Obviously this doesn't have any off-road tires or anything like that, but it feels very good, very quiet. And let's check out the brakes. Yeah, the brakes have good feeling to it. I don't know about this Escapes, but the brake pads on these Escapes have a very progressive system, and they're very progressive and they brake very well. So the more brake you put in, the more brake power you get. So I really like the brake pads on these, especially from even from 2013 Escapes, you know, to my wife's 2016, and even this ones that I've done. The brake pad feel is very good. So the brake has a really nice linear response to it. So, but handling is very good, as you can see, guys. So. You know, it's kind of your basic interior, sounds like a little more basic than the Escape, but it's not bad at all. I love the interior. I like this material a lot. So everything's on your fingertips as well. So not much of options on this one, but you got pretty everything's pretty nice here as well. So I guess we can go because there's no more others coming. All right, let's check out the power of this little boost engine. So yeah, the power does definitely fall off after like 45, almost like 5,000, but there's plenty of torque to pull you out. It's got plenty of power for in town. There's no complaints. It's pretty stout little engine. So obviously this is a very fuel efficient engine. You're looking in the, you know, higher 20s. I think this is about 24 to 26 city, 28 highway if I'm correct. I'll put all those numbers up on the screen, guys. But fuel efficient power plant. Obviously, if you're gonna take this off road, you won't have any, you know, serious gas issues unless you drive this thing crazy. So unless you're on boost all the time. But it feels very planted on the road, to be honest. You know, it's a smaller size, of course, than the regular Bronco. Bronco's, you know, Jeep size, much bigger. This feels very stable on the road. Suspension is, you know, it's got a steady, you know, a ride on it. It's not soft. Definitely, this has got a stiffer ride than the Escape for sure. This does not feel like the Escape. This has got a little more taut ride. So if you're looking for a little bit of smoother ride, yeah, this is, you know, being that focus on off-road, especially with the 4x4 system in it, this has to have a little bit of stiffer suspension for that. So of course not for off-road, but this does definitely feel that the suspension is a little more taut feeling than the Escape, similar trim. So but yeah, but it feels good though. Yeah, the brakes are awesome. The brakes are new. I'm not gonna push them to the ground, but and I don't have anybody coming, so all right, let's go. So yeah, in the sport here, this thing handles. You can definitely hear some of the whistling sounds from the engine, from the turbo, the blow-up valve, and of course the engine sounds, being a 3-cylinder, it's got a distinct engine sound to it. Kind of sounds like a mix of 4-cylinder with diesel, but it's kind of unique. I think it sounds pretty cool. Obviously it doesn't have a ton of power. I'm sure you can massage maybe a little more power out of this engine, but with some tuning. But the torque feels very good. The power does kind of taper down after 4,500 RPM, so it's not a punchy engine on top. But for in town, you got plenty of torque, and I think that torque will definitely help out, especially if you're if you're basically you know, doing some light off-roading, no problem at all. So, but this thing feels very solid. I really like it. It's very quiet, very comfortable. The seats are very comfortable. I, you know, don't see any type of let's check out, let's go out this way a little bit here. So yeah, it's, you know, it's very smooth. The 8-speed automatic is very smooth here. So yeah, they have. So yeah, guys, it's very quiet. So as you can see here, we're gonna do some turning and just to see some maneuverability here at low speeds. So I like it. It's a nice, you know, it's a nice, you know, feels compact. Oh yeah. So let's do a little bit of just a quick rear view here, just to, we'll back it up here. So test out the rear view camera. Good response from the engine here. So I don't see if it's got any type of, I don't hear any beeps here. I don't know if it has any I don't think it has any type of sensors in the back. All right, let's head back and do some final driving on this girl. So yeah, if you press it, you got the torque down low. It feels good. So, and this drives pretty well in sport. So you can definitely, the 8-speed transmission, very smooth. Really nice combination for the power plant here. So I like it. So yeah, the ride definitely feels a little more taut than the Escape's ride. So I'm sure the Escape's definitely tuned for a more softer ride. This one is definitely, if you can feel, this one's got a little bit of different suspension for off-road or for a little more control. But it's not bad at all. Still not uncomfortable by any means. It's still very comfortable for daily driving. So, all right, guys, let's head out this way. All right, guys, and I think this girl's heading in here, so we can go ahead and go. All right, let's put a little power down. Yeah. Nice, got a nice torque. It's got a nice punch at the bottom, so does not feel by any means slow, no means at all. So I gotta figure this thing's gotta be about the same weight as an Escape, maybe by a couple of hundred pounds heavier with a 4x4 system in it, but overall feels very good. Very smooth changing gears. Transmission feels very smooth. I'm not pushing this at all because it's a brand new vehicle, but everything's really nice, guys. So everything's on your fingertips. You got a nice 6-speaker stereo on this on bass. Bang & Olufsen also is an option, but it feels really nice, very tight, very nice looking ride. Feels very stable. Yeah, this is definitely a little much more smaller vehicle than the regular Bronco. Of course, the big Bronco is a more popular one that's got more capabilities, looks cooler, but for an overall vehicle like this, somebody wants, this is, you know, like a young lady driving this, or somebody wants just a sporty vehicle with some 4x4 capabilities, man, this is and this has got a really unique look. So there's not much like this, you know, looking like a Bronco, even a sport one. So I think this is a pretty cool vehicle. So what do you guys think, guys? Hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. Really like it, and let me know what you guys think. I know, of course, it's not the same thing as a regular Bronco, but for a little bit much more less money, almost the same capability. So you guys let me know. So, and let's do a quick turn around here, guys. So, oops, not the way to do it. All right, guys, let's get this going here, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're liking this content, the more cars coming up. And you guys have a fantastic day. Catch you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.